Good afternoon again, dear participants. To our chief guest, the Finance Officer, Professor Vanlalchhawna, I extend my sincerest welcome for always being there in support of Faculty Development Center, Mizoram University, and again today, in spite of all the duties that are calling him elsewhere, he has chosen to spend his time with us for this valedictory. Thank you, sir, for coming. And I welcome the head of the department, Professor H. Malsawmi. Besides the other duties she has in the department, she is now here to be a patron in this valedictory function. I thank Dr. Pankaj Kumar, representative of NIEPVID, not only for being here throughout the 3 days that we have been organizing this training on their behalf and ours, but also for waiving the fee for 7 individuals who had otherwise needed to pay for the registration fee. Thank you very much, and I welcome you, Dr. Pankaj, and I give a warm welcome to my assistant director, Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi, without which I would not be able to move an inch. He is the right hand, he is also the left hand, and at times I think we two are so well coordinated that without me having to give the request, he already knows what I need him to do. Thank you, and I welcome you, sir. And to my dear participants, my colleagues, who have taken the time. Now, as you all know, classes are going on here. We have MEd classes, we have BEd classes in 2 sections, and also MA education classes again in 2 sections. So our colleagues are all occupied in their respective timetables. However, some of our colleagues have taken the time to come to this valedictory. Thank you so very much, my dear colleagues and dear participants, for faithfully coming to this campus, which is 15 kilometers away from the city, every single day, listening to every lecture, even in spite of language differences in some cases. Thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for the beautiful patience that you have shown throughout these 3 days. And to show my welcome to the dignitaries that we have on the dais, I would like to felicitate the dignitaries. Din, could you please pass on the felicitations? May I request the chief guest to stand, please, sir? If you would stand in your seat. Sir, I'll come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Professor H. Malsawmi, could you stand in your seat, please? Dr. Pankaj Kumar.
Thank you.
And Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi.
Thank you. It's now my opportunity to facilitate our director, madam. Then please help me.
Now, may I invite the chief guest to share a few of his thoughts? And here, the gathering is entirely of Mizo. If, sir, you would like to gather if you would like to address the gathering in Mizo, it is very much all right, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Madam Professor Lynda, distinguished professors, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, I'm very, very grateful to the director for the invitation to attend this valedictory session of the 3-day Special Educators Training Program under Continuous Rehabilitation Education. And on behalf of my university, I would like to say a few words of thanks to the sponsoring agency. Today, I really appreciate your organization for sponsoring this project, and we are expecting some more interaction like the one we are having today, not only for visually impaired person. So we are expecting more collaboration with NIEPVID. We are calling NIEPVID. Yes, sir. NIEPVID. And I also thank these Samagra people for their support in whatever capacity they have for organizing any training program relevant for school education. So I like to appreciate the sacrifice made by Madam Lynda also for pooling resources from different sources. And I know she's very committed to her work as a teacher and as a director of this Faculty Development Center also. Although the program of Faculty Development Center is about to be terminated. I don't know how it will be continued, but the university could not afford without having this FDC, because we all understand that NEP has stressed, NEP 2020 stressed the importance of teachers' education across the country. Today, what we have seen is there are several fake teachers training institutions, and all this would be replaced by 2040. Only government-approved teacher training would be allowed to run across the country. So another provision that we have under NEP, it might not be relevant for you, but I'll continue within Mizo after some time. All PhD scholars are supposed to have at least training in teaching pedagogy, something like this. I don't know what exactly would be the component of the training program for PhD scholars, but all PhD scholars must have some training in teaching pedagogy. You call it curriculum, whatever it is. So FDC is going to play a very critical role in providing training to school teachers as well as PhD aspirants, and even the implication of PhD having some training in teaching is that even college and university teachers are supposed to have some training in teaching pedagogy. This is a must. This is the future, what we are looking for. So now I'll continue in my local language. Okay? When hey, in training kan lo welcome le to chewa. When po yan hey, abik takin visually impaired, visual disability person big ta na samakran wayan nathok inni nahi apoy mo ka tile maya. Hey, India rama hiyan 2011 ka kan in census na inun berania 2021 na ile tur ka kan niya imase ripuya wangin kan nei thei talawa 2011 na kan India rama mipui 2% vel hian physical disability enge mo beng lam thalawe mo mid lam thalawe mo hemi pian phunga har san na nei I tin mental lam te po an ni ta chu tiang nei chu an oma chuan za som nga de tho hi mit lam a har sat na nei an ni true crore vel vai bel chen ni thum velang an ni ta chuan World Bank kina a leite sa an soidan chuan 2% of total population at the time of 2011 nania so tu na tak pei chuan 5 to 10% 5 to 8 crore vel hi PWD kan ti ang chi kha an angai ani chu zinga 50% chu visually impaired person an ni ta ani chuan tunlai khovela kan in tlan siak na chu education facility te development rim te hi mi zong huap zo education huap zo development mitin huap zo ani turani ti ani ta chu wangin hei government of India po hian chu tiangang physically har san na nei mai ba ka nam chek nok OBC te tribal te scheduled caste te nam chi sang a chek nok tak khau ta hian zirna tha te nei ve na tur hian government of India hian project tam tak ania chuan chung zinga pakhat chu tuna kan training anga hi anita tun naya pian phung lama har san na nei te po kan state service tha te po an tlin ve ta ka wang hian mitam tak ta na entinan mithat lo wanga kholaya eizonga zai ringo turi an ni lo rim hei hi aza thak katia kan khongai boxia kuddo turan ni lo an mitte dela wang hian kuddo turan ni lo kan empower the ani chu chiang taka kan ria ta thanem ngai taka anni ta na thei top kan chua hi pian phunga rual ban pa ngai BA pa sai chuan pian phunga rual ban lo middle ngatina BA MA PhD an nei te hi aro puidani adang lam mani chu tianga tan chuan tianga nga smakran waya program thade walom ti po hi kalau renga karil ro kalau ngai tu ve 14 inclusive education kan ti taka khan he ta pian phunga har sat na nei chaklo te poina zirna thatak an lo nei ve rual an ban ve the na te mi pa ngai nu na an nun ve the na turatan sarkarina ruamanna asiama hi man tangkai a thanem ngai poi thaviawa hei pian phunga har sat na nei te hi pathian malsom na hi an dong bi community mai turian engi mohar sanan nei hian engi molama hian pathian hian avur ve thung thina ni chu an mental IQ te hi sang mem thin then khat chu thilan riat theina te hi thabi ke mema chu wangin zirtir man la tak an ni ti kha kan sei duwa tin hei Mizoram University hi kan thang zela teachers zirtir tu hei khua al tlai tak hi omlowa tuna hian MZT wa hian teacher training hi BA tan kan neya MA tan kan nei boka kumina tang hian NEP 2020 hnuaya integrated teacher education program antia BA le MA zir kop theina angkia kha ruala zir theina anga hi hontran te po tum ani chuan 2030 kum sang ni le somthuma hi chuan zirtir tu zong hi lak thar reng BA degree an nei lo chuan ก็ช่วงนี้รอนเทรนนิ่งที่พอรอนตุ้มเซลเตอช่วงนี้นาฮีทิลตักสรคาร์ไลปุยฮันอับวดใส่จันโชเมกะกันอุปเดวต่ออินเราตีปัลนิปนอินอุเลนาวเตตัลค่ะMZที่ว่าฮันบีจิรนะชัดเดียวกันห้องโดนนี่ช่วงนี้เทปตบค่ะกันเราชัวงะดังนี้พอมิโซรัมสกุลซงB.Ed รัวงะที่น่าอันเทรนเขาว่าชวนกันนาวแต่กันจิรตีร์ชัวแต่ฮิจูอันดังซาร์โดนนี่ตูน่าสับตรงลำนัลเดียวที่สัตว์เลยนะอังกฤษเมเดียมาอันจิรตีร์ชัวแต่ฮิจูอันคงไอ้ทักจอกันนี่ที่กระดิกชวนอันที่ยมตกเราอันก็เลยตัวละอัตโปะกันบ่อยเท่าIAS พวกกันอินเสียตึงเลยเทเรา Central Service พวกจุดยังอังการะช่วงกันออกมาso vagin hey sarkar thar te po kan neya base na sang tak kan neya thil tak titura te po kan ngai ani so vagin training in rongkal tha hi alomom katia hi training thadeu hi FDC nuaya kan dam chuan kan labua sai chhozelanga hi theitop kan chua ho don ya kalome.
Thank you very much, sir, for that inspiring and very informative speech as well, address as well. And now may I invite the candidates, the participants, to give their feedbacks as requested. Kan la request so ang Seo Khan in feedback ka kan ngai thavedu kan ti thin ka khungai in lawin bot sai chuan tun hin hunani e.
Lawin ring lock san law maro chu lom thu sai na hi chu a se lamani lo boka soi pok me yanga o voinia kan khwal lian tele kan director FDC director te le midang voinia untop kan mannaron telte le training pui song te chibai kan book chewa ni thum o training kan nei chung hianin tam takin kan hriat ngai lo hriat thar te kan nei in rin oma chunga chuanin alomom hleng ka hria heng kan hla thona konga hianin thil thiam bik ngai te nia hen konga hian training kan nei deuh renga hi thil poimo nia khovel changkang zela thil in thlak te le technology thar angchi te po khatiang te po kha kan in zir thar zel kha poimo chumi kan hriat na tizau tura hetiang hun min siam saktu MZU Big in Education Department te chunga voini hian kan lom tak zetani di kha kan soidua tin soi mai hau lo tur eile in tuin hnai le tha te min han hluya henga te kan lom tak zeta tin kha kan fi choi turang te min han hret hiama a thlon liawa thiam na min pe ka wangin voinia hian lom thu kan soi tak meu ni e ka lome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think all the heads are turning towards me since I've been asking questions from the first day. But nonetheless, actually, I'm not registered under Samagra in register Kanilava, Swanin Kanilava, Amaro Tsu, Keisu, educator, Kani, may baka psychology background, Kania, counseling psychologist, Kanitelani. So, Tatsuan, psychology, ringos zirka atok lava, educator kanina angin enge education department hemi program changhian lok na tam tak katel don ti ka insia tawangin le base na sang taknen karon kala chu ka base ang chain heta changhian ni thum chungin thil tam tak ka jira alom ka tia chuanin ka psychologist puite po kan munwala so ani po anhlok pui karinga kan zawain kan hlok pui karinga, and I would like to thank the organizers and I would like to thank for your hospitality and thank you very much. I've gained a lot from this 3-day program. Thank you.
If there is no one else coming to the dais to give their feedback. May I now invite the Assistant Director, Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi, to give a small report of the 3 days training.
Respected Chief Guest of the program, Professor Vanlalchhawna ji, Finance Officer, Mizoram University. Respected Head of the Department, Professor H. Malsawmi. Respected Director, Faculty Development Center, Professor Lynda Zohmingliani ji. Respected In Charge, Northeast Unit, NIEPVID, Dehradun, Dr. Pankaj Kumar. And my colleagues, participants, and volunteers. Good afternoon to all of you. Sir, I am here to present a brief report of the program before you. So, it is program funded by NIEPVID Dehradun. We are collaborator at MZU, Mizoram University, Faculty Development Center. So this program was funded last year. We were planning to organize in December, but because of examination and also business and schools, we postponed to February. Total, and meanwhile from last year it was different because RCI has done all registration system online. Without CRR number, they could not register. So 2 registration were done manually because they were sent by government of Mizoram, so we considered, and that's only excuse we have, that because they are sent by Samagra Shiksha. And 5 to 6 are not sent by Samagra Shiksha, but we were having 50 sponsored seat. So as some of the candidates from Samagra Shiksha were absent, were on leave, so we admitted outside Samagra Shiksha, means some of them are working under Samagra Shiksha, but they were not nominated this time to attend the program. So we admitted all, and as you listen, Madam Lynda, we exempted the fee because they are within 50. So total 48 candidates participated in this program actively, 55 registration and 48 participation. Total 10 resource person within the department and out of the department delivered 18 lectures during this program. As an external resource person, we called Dr. Pankaj Kumar, Director Distance Education and Associate Professor in the Education Department from Tezpur University. He left today before Valedictory program. And you will be happy to listen, sir, that we have a resource person who were participant last time. He is working under Samagra Shiksha, but he is a research scholar and qualified to be resource person with CRR number. So I give an opportunity to our research scholar also. So this is, and last time we called from SCRT, but this time their CRR number was not accepted by RCI website. So we could not collaborate with SCRT Mizoram to send resource person. So anyhow we managed at our end, and as feedback was in Mizo language, I believe that participants are satisfied what we have organized. That's my personal belief. So thank you all, and thank you, sir. This is all about the program report.
Thank you, Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi, for giving a short but very comprehensive report regarding the 3 days training. Now, it is my proud privilege to welcome the guest of honor, my senior, Professor H. Malsawmi, to address us.
Respected Chief Guest, Professor Chawna, the Finance Officer, Professor Lynda, the Director, then we have Professor Pankaj Kumar and Dr. Krishna Kant, who's in the dais. Today I'm really delighted to stand before you in this closing function of our training program. I hope all of you must have explored about the different ideas and methods to help and create an inclusive, inclusive program. Actually, when we say inclusive education or inclusivity, okay, it is not just a way of teaching, but it is a way of thinking that believes that every student, in spite of their disability, should be a part of the main classroom. Okay, so our our theme, that means this program is inclusive learning environment at school. Okay, so it should be noted that if everyone is included, even students feel safe. So when the students feel safe, they learn better. Okay, and when we make our learning inclusive, then here it should be noted that the students, when they believe that they are a part of the group, when they know that they are a part of the group, they feel safe, and they feel that it will, for them, it is easy to learn. Okay, it is easy to learn. And that is why inclusive education is not only the responsibility of the educators or the teachers, but it is the responsibility of every one of us. Okay, so it is important that everyone should work together. Now, it is important even for the educators, special educators, that we should know the needs of the students, the disabled students, and we will know their needs, and at the same time we will be able to inspire them to learn in their own special way, because they are special children, they are special people, so they have their own special way of learning. So if we know their needs, if we can identify their needs and teach them so that they will be able to learn in their own special way, this will be very much beneficial for them. Okay, and you know that inclusive education has its advantages and disadvantages. Now, when we say disadvantages, sometimes people used to think that it is very difficult to teach these disabled children. But as we have come here for training, you must have already learned the different way of how to tackle these children, these CWSN children, so that they will be able to learn. You must have learned a lot of way in how to tackle these difficulties. Okay, and now I will not talk much, but we have come to the end of our training. You have come to the end of your training. We have a 3 days training of inclusive learning environment at school. So although we have come to the end of our training, let us not consider this as an end. Let us consider it as the beginning. So let us try to apply whatever we have learned in our training, during our training. Let us try to apply this in the real life while you are teaching. While you are teaching the disabled students, you can apply whatever you have learned in this training. So let it be just the beginning. It will be just the beginning. Okay. So that way, I think all of us will be benefited. And last of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming here to train, to have this training in inclusive education. Okay, so I'd like to thank each and every one of you, and all those people who are in the dais, and especially those organizers who have organized this program successfully. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for that inspiring address, showing your in-depth knowledge about the needs of special education in the field of general education. And friends, now we have come to the most important part of the valedictory, which is the distribution of the certificates. May I request the two participants, preferably male, to come and take away the lectern so that there will be space for the distribution of the certificates. And after that comes the feedback time. And when your feedback, the official written feedback is done, it will be time to receive your TAs. And now may I request Dindin and Jacob to bring forth the certificates. May I request Professor Vanlalchhawna, the finance officer, our chief guest, to come here in this space to distribute the certificates. Please, sir. In local zungzung donya o titur ka kanlanga siya Jane Zohmingliani Lailung. Oh, sir. Lalsang Luaya. Zohchuani lo in ring se Zoe ka. Elizabeth Zokimi. Zodu Sanga. Casey Lalming Louis. Lalchan Himi. Laltlan Tangi. Lalmuan Omi Lawin Ring se. Nia. Lalmuan Omi. Janet Lalrin Sangi Lawin Ring se. TC Lalming Louis Lawin Ring se. Lal Nun Moi Lawin Ring de se. That will be all. Thank you very much, sir. And may I now request the guest of honor, Professor H. Malsawmi, to come to this space to distribute the certificates. Ke Ming Sang Zwali. PC Laltlan Thang. Lalmal Soma. Lal Nun Sangi. Lal Biak Zwali Fenete. Lal Biak Zwali Fenete. Okay. Mary Zothan Moi. RVL Rotluanga. Catherine Lalram Moi. Lal Nun Feli. Lal Mga Izwali. Lawin Ring Zelula. Mary H.V. Lalvo Biki. Lalpan Tluangi. Lalmanga Izwali. Lal Shwai Tluangi. Bilal Engmoi. Lal Shwai Tluangi. Lal Shiat Zwali. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Dr. K.K. Tripathi to announce the names, and may I also request Dr. Pankaj to distribute the certificates. And while he is doing that, once the certification distribution is complete, may I also request Dr. Pankaj to give a short address.
Will it be completing all or? C. Lalchhawna. Oh, sign language expert. Please step. Resource person. Vanlalchhawna. She is coming from there. Next is Zohmingliani. Next, Lalsyatrengi.
Lilton Pui.
Laltan Pui. Next, Lalsang Pui. She's coming. Next, Lalruatliana. Next, Lalrem Sangi Rentlei. Thank you. C. Joram Chana. He's coming from there. Next, Lal Muan Pui. Please be ready after this. Yeah, be there. Let him take photo. Yeah, I thought somebody coming. Shang Zuilova. K. Shang Zuilova. He's coming. कोई बहुत है. H.F. Laramfeli. M.S. Dongliana. Next is Lucy Lalvia Nengi. Next is Esther Vil Anghai Saki. Next, J. Laltha Kimi. Lallimpuya. Next, Lallimpuya. Next, Lalming Shangi. Next, C. Laleng Zami. Next, Lal Shwat Tulanga. R. Lal Swai Tulanga. Thank you, Dr. Pankaj. May I request you to say some words?
I have nothing to say, only the thank you. Thank you. I want to extend my thankfulness of NIEPVD on behalf of NIEPVD and the director of NIEPVD. I am extending my thankfulness to the people of state, Mizoram, the participants, the wonderful participants from the state, the Mizoram University officials, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Finance Officer for granting the permission to conduct this kind of program. Especially thanks to, I want to extend my thanks to Lynda Madam, who take too much pain to conduct this program. So I want to say too much thank you in quintal and tons of thank you to Lynda Ma'am. So many thanks to Head of Department of Education Department and all other officials of the Education Department for a very collaborative gesture for conducting this program. And Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi, he's also my friend, but I'm always very happy to be with him, and he well managed this program. So thank you goes to him also. And at last, directly indirect support was given by so many people, so many volunteers, the team from the back end. So I want to just thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Pankaj. Now, the most pleasant role of saying thank you has fallen on my shoulders, and I have not heard anybody being angry at being thanked it. So this afternoon, it is again my honor to thank our chief guest, the finance officer, for gracing this valedictory, and also for always giving extensive support to the Faculty Development Center. And also the head of my department, Professor H. Malsawmi, who has graced this valedictory in various other valedictories and inaugural functions, and also as resource persons to other programs which have been held before by the Faculty Development Center. And also I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Pankaj. You have seen him, and you have received lectures from him, and I'm sure you know already what kind of a person he is. Not only has he shown his immense professionalism, but he has also shown us lots of characters that are the pride of NIEPVID. I have some acquaintances in NIEPVID, and all I have heard about Dr. Pankaj are beautiful words, and these 3 days have proved that. Thank you so much, Pankaj sir, for coming to us. And again, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Krishna Kant Tripathi also for the active support that he always lends Faculty Development Center. My colleagues, I have no time to name you all because there are other activities after this valedictory. Thank you all so much for your active support. The two persons without which we cannot survive, may I request them to stand from their seats, Dindin and Jacob. They are our PhD scholars, always actively involved. and never saying no to the smallest request made by Faculty Development Center. Thank you so much. The Faculty Development Center owes these two scholars a lot. And also, not just to my colleagues, but also not just my faculty, fellow faculty, but the non-teaching also, who have been actively involved in the success of this Faculty Development Center. And finally, but not the least, the participants. Thank you all for your responsive participation throughout these 3 days. I hope after these 3 days are over, once this valedictory is over, once the formalities have been done, you will always remember Faculty Development Center with a good heart, and that when other trainings are called, you will come back to us. Thank you all so very much. Thank you. Greater deeds remain.